This is not unusual. Let's see. All right. It's going to be at least another minute before we get the lobby up and running. In terms of excitement, yes, I am, and I know much of chat will be excited, especially the EU squad. The European-friendly time zone streams. Yes. All right. Is the lobby up and running?
They're doing pig bands.
Okay. So we've got pick band still going before opening the lobby.
Yeah, we could talk a little bit about the players if you want to.
I would love to talk a little bit about the players. So we have the two teams here. It is, I believe, Team Yay against Team Doomguys. Will be a best of 7. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they met in the upper bracket finals, and now they're meeting in the finals again.
Okay. So is this... So I'm largely unfamiliar with the tournament so far. I haven't been following it closely. The tournament format, is this double elimination?
Correct.
Okay. And so we have Team Yi that has not lost a life, as it were. Okay. Okay, so we do have the underdog experience going. Now, how is the double elimination being handled as far as the finals are concerned? Do they have to win twice in order to proceed, or is this merely just double elimination until the finals?
I think it's just a regular best of 7, if I'm not mistaken. We could ask Crag, he's around, but if I'm not mistaken, it's just a regular best of 7.
All right.
I'll ask him just to be 1000% sure.
Sounds good to me. I know he's currently got his hands full, hat herding, as we like to call it. Players know the rules. Yes, but we don't, Crag.
So yeah, I just checked for the
Okay,
precedent match they
that's-
played. So it was won by Team Ye 3-1.
Okay. All right. So I've just let that go. You're just it's fine. It's not necessary. It's best of 7. Yeah. Okay, so regular rule best of 7.
Okay, talking about the players, man, from Team Yeah, like I think Shame is like the one, like the very I don't know that much about commanders, right? Like I'm mainly a standard player, but even in the standard community, like the name Shame comes up quite a bit. And then I think he's like won the previous tourneys. Basilic, maybe you can correct me on this.
Yeah, he won. I think he won every single tourney last 3 years. He was always in, not always the same team, but he won every tourney. So he's clearly considered one of the best player, if not the best player of Direct Strike Commander.
And right, so the Cyril, if you will.
It's the Cyril.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And yeah, his two teammates, I'm not sure they played already in tournaments. I don't remember them. Maybe I'm mistaken on this one. But it's very, very strong players, top level players.
Yeah, with him is
Okay.
like Codex and what's the other guy's name?
Uh, it's WoW.
Yeah, wow. Okay, wow, yeah. So those two players are actually extremely well. Like when I watched the upper bracket finals, it was them carrying the game and doing like lots of really cool plays, and like they played together extremely well. Like they have so many different strategies that they employ, like I said, team, not particularly like in one lane per se, but like they have like whole like the three players are gonna synergize this way. Like I saw them, like one went Hyperion, the other went what was it, Alexander, and the other one was catching those two heroes and just like completely pushed all the way. It was amazing to watch. Like they have so many different strategies. They can I'm sure they can play every commander. Like I've seen them play Raynor, Stukov, Tychus, Vorisoon, but I'm sure they can basically play everything.
That's one
Yeah,
thing I'm looking forward to seeing. The potential for the more experienced players, such as, tournament competitors, doing some mixed lane madness, as it were. It's like I've seen, I don't know how many thousands upon thousands of games of Direct Strike, and it turns in, and it's the basic by default is one player versus one player, and you just kind of shove off whatever extra you have to the next player. But when you actually have particularly experienced players, like say the players here, you can do some mixed lane madness, as it were, to say, hey, I'm going to build my wave such that it purposefully sends units over to the next wave.
exactly, and that's the beauty of the game. At some point, it becomes much more complex because you have to consider the leaks and what you'll be pushing into. And yeah, Team Ye have shown some really good synergy. I mean, they thought about it in advance. You can feel that.
And what I really like about them is like the way their leaks work is usually like they will leak in a way where it's so hard to counter them. Like it's so ridiculously hard. Like for example, I think that that game I was telling you about where it was like Hyperion Alexander, the other one was a Tychus. So like how do you counter Tychus plus Hyperion plus Alexander? Like if any of those leak into you, it's just not possible to counter both ground and heavy air. And so that's the way they like to play. Like they'll think of the most punishing leak ever, and they'll like if they stack, you're super screwed. So it's
Mass Yamato.
yeah, it's gonna be really hard for Team Doomguys. I'm excited to see what they come up with. It's definitely an uphill battle for them. So the bans are interesting. Manx and Raynor. Well, not that surprised. I think Manx been banned most in the
Really,
tournament.
Mask? That surprises me.
I mean,
It seems like after. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Shame is known to be extremely good with Manx, so I guess the Doom guys banned Manx for this very specific reason. And also Team Doom guys like to play Statman, and Manx kind of forbids Statman totally. And the ban of Raynor is pretty obvious. We've seen a lot of Stukov play recently with them. You're using a lot of synergy with how is it called, the Alexander play and Apocalypse, and for Stukov it's extremely hard to deal with Raynor. So by doing that, they kind of allow themselves to play Stukov without having too much of a problem.
Okay, that makes sense.
Stukov's been a tourney favorite.
That is not a surprise to me at all. It's like between Stepman and Stukov, it's like these are particularly popular commanders. Yeah. I was just surprised about Mangs because I was like, Mangs doesn't really have some super problematic matchups. Although I guess I can see why they would want to ban it if they intend to go Stepman along the way.
Yes, Statman is one reason, and Manx can be countered pretty well by Tychus. So, yeah.
That's okay. If I'm not mistaken, the Emperor's Shadow Leak is absolutely like destructive, right?
Absolutely. Imagine you want to have some muta plays or something that is very weak versus the Emperor Shadow immolation. That could be absolutely devastating. And we didn't talk about the other team, actually. We didn't introduce them. So do you know them a bit, Nova?
I know Shirartem when I saw him play his Tychus versus Tychus was amazing. Like he was owning Shame. That one game, he was doing extremely well, with Tychus. The other guys, I don't know as much.
Yeah.
Who are the other guys?
So
yeah,
yeah,
Mad Brain and I'm Too Young to Die.
so Matt Brain is a Korean player who has played for a very very long time, and he's pretty versatile. Even though he's very good with Abather, and he's probably an Abather main. He's very known for his buy micro and his Abather plays, but he's a very solid player that can play almost everything. And the last one was Scarecrow, and him I don't know him, but I've seen him play. I guess he often plays Statman. He's really a Statman specialist. At least it's what it turns out during the tournament. And for the other, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well then, it looks like the picks and bans, or at least the bans, have been completed.
So we're waiting for the lobby to open now.
Yes.
I'm surprised Team Ye banned Raynor, because that's been a commander they play.
It's really good versus Stukov. It's really Stukov nightmare, and as they use a lot of Stukov play, and it's often the same player, if I'm not mistaken. It's always it's often the same player who played their Stukov, so they can really be countered easily. I'm playing versus. I think it's WoW, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm versus WoW. I will just pick Raynor and own him. Because apart from Raynor, Stukov doesn't have huge weaknesses. I mean, he's weak versus Manx maybe, but what else?
I'm talking those Emperor Shadows.
Okay,
Yeah,
lobby is open.
Amazing.
Lobby
We've
is
also
open.
been seeing a fair bit of Kerrigan play on this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
That one I'm very surprised about.
Okay, we're in the lobby.
I think it's funny how, as a spectator observer, we get commander choice. Why is it like this?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay, so Alias is Shame, Suoha is Codex,
Exactly.
and Scarecrow is who?
WoW, I guess.
No.
By elimination. Ah no, Scarecrow is the other team.
Oh yeah, Scarecrow is Scarecrow. Yeah. never mind.
Scarecrow is indeed Scarecrow.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't realize. So one of the players, Chirartem, actually has Grandmaster rank on the ladder, which is such a rare sight to see on the arcade.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually when
and-
I see someone who's got like a high rank, ladder rank, like Masters or higher, I'm like, oh, this player has no idea what they're doing in the arcade.
Yeah,
No,
it's not
funny
always.
because- No, yeah, sorry, Basil, you can go ahead.
No, I mean I was saying it's not always a good sign. I mean, but at least you can appreciate you can micro. But when I'm in a lobby and I see a grandmaster, I'm not always assuming he will play well. But
Yeah.
here Shiratam is
Yeah.
very very solid at both.
Which is an unusual combination.
Yes,
But, I'm on.
I remember one direct strike commander game where I played Serral, and we owned him. It was a real one, of course, and we yeah, he was not.
Yeah,
He was
I've
not
seen
that good.
both sides of this. I've seen both sides of the spectrums. For like, I saw Skillwis play with the Canadian player, the Canadian pro. Trigger, and wow, okay, that was really bad direct strike play. I'm not gonna lie. But then also the guy that won the previous 3v3 direct strike standard tournament used to be a grandmaster. I don't know if he's anymore. Uweb. Well, not super grandmaster, but he was in there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is always funny to me because like most of the time, unless the arcade has some very transferable mechanics, it's just like it is usually like learning a new game, and well, a lot of the players who spend their time doing standard StarCraft just don't have the experience learning the new game that is whatever the arcade experience is.
They
That's true.
usually have like a good knowledge of like unit interactions, but I think what ends up happening is like in the regular game, there's like a lot of like worker harassment, which you don't really get in Direct Strike. So that is some part of the game that where it doesn't translate very well.
I
But
guess the
ladies and
normal
gentlemen-
Direct Strike is much closer to the game than Commander,
True.
isn't it?
True.
Yes. But ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're starting it off round 1 in this best of 7. The 3v3, well, it's Direct Strike, so it's going to be 3v3 with rare, unless we're doing something weird with it. But we're off to round 1 between Team Yi and Team... Oh, boy. It
Doomguys.
is Doomguys. I was like, Doom Slayer? No, Doomguys.
Both would have been nice games, nice names.
Yes.
Doom Slayers, why not?
I'm looking forward to seeing what the commander choices are because the picks we had some speculations as to what they were going to pick based on their bans, but it will be revealed to us soon.
100% chance of Stukov, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And probably Statman.
Stukov, probably Stetman. Maybe Stukov on one side, Stetman on the other.
Lower chance of some Tychus and Kerrigan.
Chira is expecting Stukov, so maybe Chira will pick Carax. That would make sense because it's his main maybe, and Carax is pretty good versus Stukov.
I remember the last tournament I played in, it was during a meta where Tychus was omnipresent.
I
And
would
there-
say
there
it's still
was-
the case.
Yeah.
And we're off. Alright. Oh, there's your Stukov. Here we have Gerarda. In the first position in the red, playing as Stukov. He'll be spawning against his opponent on the other side. It's wow. Going off of his in-game names, because translating it is hard. It will be a Stukov mirror match.
Wow.
And already we have the top team taking mid control, spawning 2 infested civilians just to grab that the middle line and with it the income. And in the second position, we have Young. Let's see, where's his worker? What are you?
He's
spawning
playing
as?
Tychus.
I see Tychus
Playing
versus
Tychus.
Statman.
Yeah.
All right. It is, and he'll be facing against Alice.
So yeah, this
yeah,
Shame.
oh, this guy. I've encountered this guy on just out in the open. I recognize the platform, the base creep around. But Alice will be playing as Stetman, so we will
Yeah.
have a Stetman mirror match.
That's Shame,
it's
by
not a
the
mirror
way.
match. Yeah, that's Shame. Okay. In the third position, we have Scarecrow, who is playing as Stetman.
Yes.
So we have the same commanders on all sides, it would seem.
I think it's
Where is
Suaha, I think it's the Haka.
third position?
So you have to
Haka, yes. Okay, so we do actually have a difference.
I'm
Difference
super
there.
curious about the Haka play. Well, we've seen some good Haka play with the creeper host. It's really stacking and annoying, and it could do a whole bunch of damage. It's curious to see how that's gonna work out for the bottom team. I'm also super surprised that Shame decided to play Stutman.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
is he-
very
the thing is
surprising.
that
Oh, yo,
bunker-
the bunker,
okay.
the bunker, dude!
Yeah,
The bunker
just
snipe.
got sniped.
I don't know if you remember the game they played before, but it was also a Dehaka versus Setman, and Scarecrow was really annoyed by the Creeper host. And he didn't do any. Usually, you can do like observers to tank for them, and here he didn't do it, and he was really hard countered. So, as they were expecting that Setman, maybe that was the plan.
Okay.
So the matchup are Stukov Mirror, then Tychus versus Statman, and then Statman versus Dehaka.
Kind of surprised we didn't see a Tychus unit placed beforehand. I think saving up to 3 before dropping.
And
Maybe
they did pay the price for it, right? Like they lost the
Yeah,
bunker because of
they
that.
absolutely did pay a price for it. And that gave the lower team here quite an advantage, at least at the start.
maybe he was scared of a mirror match and he didn't want to commit. Maybe.
Maybe.
So I'm pretty sure Surao is doing creeper now. Is saving for creeper, taking for creeper. We can see Chira going straight to Apple with the tier 3 position
we do have
launched.
Super Gary. Straight to Apocalypse. Brave soul.
So Apocalypse versus Apocalypse is really standard in the mirror match. It's something that is countering almost everything Stukov has, and it's really hard for him to kill it.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, Stukov mirror matches are really. How many Apocalypse can you put on the board?
Tanks can be nice too. They do actually decent damage versus Apocalypse if you can stack them and you have the front line to protect them.
Interesting that we see the roaches away. We to see something along the lines of roaches away spam out of Stetman, maybe.
Oh, and the creepers already with a precast. Precast very important in that game. Oh, what's up? What's that bug? What's that bug? This is a bug. This is a bug.
I think it doesn't have. Oh, yeah. Actually, I was like, wait a minute. Why isn't it burrowing? It's supposed to burrow.
And the queens. Queens will be here to do the damage to the Apocalypse and also to defend versus Super Gary. A lot of single target damage from that unit.
It's worth noting that the queens didn't have their extra energy on spawn, at least not this wave, so they didn't have enough energy to cast the broodlings.
Yeah, true.
Gary survives this time.
I'm extremely surprised about the infestor play of Shame, because I don't really see that often, and I think it's very vulnerable to Tychus grenades. I mean, usually with Nikara and the damage upgrade of Tychus, which he did, I think you can one-shot the content of infestor spam. So I'm curious to see how Shame can make it work.
Whenever I see Shame playing, I'm always confused. But you know, in Shame we trust. Like that.
He forgot.
He's
he
the
forgot.
player.
He forgot the air attack upgrade. That's why. He just did it now.
Okay.
He just did it now. What a huge mistake. He forgot that for like too long.
I think maybe he's trying to get like a number of swarm hosts before they get the stack going. Like I still see like they're trying to stack the creeper hosts, but at the same time like the Apocalypse are also in the back position. They're not really front, so he's also trying to just move the Apox back. But I'm pretty sure at some point he has to move the Apox front to catch the creeper host, right?
Here you can see the grenade. You see the grenades? That's what I was talking
Just
about.
Chunking the entire thing.
Yes, that's why you usually don't do infestors in that match. And
Like,
with the Nikara upgrade,
don't
it's really a
mind
one-shot.
The idea of infestors, as long as you have them kind of spread out. Like just a few in there to be an extra chunk.
That's true.
But
and the creepers will be stacking more and more. We see a lurkers coming here to help to defend versus the Tychus. Lurkers here just for the leaks because they were kind of scared that they were pushing bunker.
lurkers also work reasonably versus the Apocalypse as well.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
These
so this
things
is
are
the
always
first.
funny to me.
This is the first time that the Tychus is gonna fight head on against the Gary, the Stetman. Let's see how the front on fight goes.
That grenade's gonna be chunky. Yeah.
He wasn't very well centered. It could have been even better.
Yeah, I just don't see the mecha infestors working out so well. Like this, he could just use the Rob, Shane the stun, and then grenade, and then the whole Roach Ravager army is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, there aren't a whole lot of great options. Like traditionally, it's something like lurkers to do damage and just hope you out DPS Tychus, which doesn't work, but at least it does some okay damage.
Yeah, I
Infestors,
totally agree. It's still the better option at this time. Lings and lurkers. It's how I see all the best player plays usually.
I'm wondering if the reason they're doing infestors is so they can offset in a way that is disruptive. Because lings and lurkers tend to just kind of die. And
He's
don't work
committing to it.
particularly well.
He's committing to it. Oh, it's so funny. I never seen that play. It's so original. But it's true that with one grenade you can shoot an amount. But if there is too many, one grenade won't deal with that. You need nuxes. You need nuxes.
It's making me wonder if the reason they're doing this is to Ravager spam and to use the Ravagers as targets for... I don't even know, because like they're pushing it into another Stepman, which... Are they doing it to help with the leak against Stukov? I would think that Ling and Lurker would work better against Stukov. I'm not sure. Maybe they're just trying to force Tychus into a specific unit composition.
But
I don't know.
think the big part about this match right now, it's not even the Mecha Stetman, right? It's like the Haka is stacking a billion creeper hosts. The Stukov mirror match is being won by the bottom team right now because he's just on more Apocalypse than his opponent. His opponent's already switching into siege tanks. So that's gonna favor the bottom team really well. So he's always gonna have some APOC leak into the Stukov, and that's gonna help him out. Into the Tychus. So he's always gonna have a lot of help in there.
Honestly, I would still think it's a mistake to do that, even if it's shame. I think Shiratem Young is not really taking advantage of this mistake. He's not doing an Ikera to boost the grenade, and he's not doing Nuxes to rape all that shit. So it only worked kind of well because Young is doing mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, but WoW is totally doing the job, man.
WoW is really raping his opponents.
More APOCs beat less APOCs.
Yeah. And if Tychus die before he can use his grenade, that's totally deadly for him. But I would argue that you are right. I mean, to push into another setman, maybe infestors are better than lurkers. Because lurkers are just too easily countered by links, by setman links.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I'm not a tournament champion over here, so...
Dude, these creeper host leaks are just so devastating to Shirartem.
It really is. It's just ruining his wave.
Yes. I think the Ultra it can be a good answer versus the creeper hosts, but you need some overseers to tank.
Dude, you can always see how confident one team is by their gas count. And if you look at the bottom team right now, their total gas count is 6. They just went up to 7. And the top team is 0 gas. So they're really far behind. I don't really see any army that they're making that can stack. Like if you look at their armies, they're all positioned front. And there's nothing really stacking going on except maybe like Shirartem have some tanks. And Scarecrow has some lurkers, but I don't think that's like enough of a big stack. Like let's say like this Tahaka. This Tahaka has like a billion creeper hosts. That's something you can stack on, right? But if you look at the top team, they don't have like a creeper host equivalent. They're not trying to stack on a Hyperion or something.
That's
so,
true.
This is really bad for Team Doomguys game 1.
But now they are adding tanks, so they're trying to build some kind of stack maybe at the Nexus. They will do that defensively. And right now it won't do much, but maybe at the Nexus they would be able to stack them.
I would like him to move back a little bit.
They're gonna inevitably get pushed back, because I mean, you said it yourself. You said it already. Team Doomguys up on the top section have 0 gas against opponents that are still increasing their gas count. The longer this game goes on, the more bulk difference the teams will have between them. And it's gonna end up with the bottom team, Team Yi, just having more stuff. And, well, the StarCraft, at the end of the day, more things beat fewer things.
Absolutely. You see Dehaka jumping back, trying to defend his host. You know that defending his host is really crucial here. And the Apo into the Viking. So the goal of the WoW is to kill the you don't let these tanks survive. So he kind of micro the Apocalypse into the tank line.
How do you feel about these rattlesnake?
Once the if
I like
he
them.
planning to go tier 3, I mean maybe they
The
will work, but he
rattlesnakes-
lacks AoE.
Yeah, once you get the area of effect, the rattlesnakes just wipe out the most things on the opposing team here. Like these mecha ravagers and the roaches just melt to rattlesnake area of effect.
I was really
It's-
surprised he didn't add a Nux, and he didn't plan to go for tier 3 now. He's not having AoE. Tychus is playing without AoE versus a very packed army.
I mean, the guy's playing Tychus and only just now got his first refinery. They
True.
don't have money to spend on it. Tychus has to go to tier 3 to get that area of effect to unlock, and that's just probably more than he can afford right now.
Yeah, it costs 450 just to go tier 3, and then it's 40 mineral per upgrade, per AoE upgrade, so that's extremely expensive.
He's still tier 1, the Tychus.
He's tier 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here the Ultralisk don't do that much versus that Clix because Mecha Ultralisk, I don't think they do AoE. So versus that kind of army, it's kind of not really powerful. Even though in the matchup they're usually very good. Here the Lurkers are probably doing more jobs dealing with the leaks.
We have one lurker empowering the other lurkers. I love to see it. The power cord.
Yeah, I never seen
sitting there
that.
tanking.
I never seen that. But now
Oh my
maybe the
God.
tank will be able to stack, maybe?
What I've never
no, I don't know.
seen is an infestor power cording up to he's getting its umbilical up to a Dahaka.
N-
Which is what we saw here to heal that Dahaka up. But now we've got Apocalypse on the base. They do so much damage to bases, not because they have a lot of damage output, but because they don't die. They just sit there and 1v1 the base if left alone.
He was so hungry for the planetary fortress. He literally used his ability on all the APOCs to move closer to the planetary fortress as possible. And the PF it took a lot of damage. It was below 50% HP. Now the Stukov is healing it.
Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Now the tank will stack behind the bunker, making them
It's a
kind
lot
of
creeper
protected.
host.
And I think
So
adding tank
this
here is
is-
really a way out, and Shira is right about that.
Dude, he's
This
hungry
is
for
the
it.
whole strategy, yes.
It's
Just
like a
trying
desperate
to
move.
set these tanks up behind the planetary and use the planetary as almost an HP tank for the tank so they can stack. But I don't think they're gonna be able to boomerang
Ouch.
back. No, APOC on the base. No, that's just it.
Ouch, and
They were
GG.
microing the Dahaka was microing the creeper host directly into the planetary fortress, and then the APOC guy was using all his APOC ability on the PF. So he was really hungry for it. He was smelling for blood. Like he was hunting for blood.
There we have it. Team Yi scores 1 point.
Yeah, 1-0 for
And-
Team Ye.
You know what that means? That brings them 1 point closer to taking the prize for the victory here. So if you guys remember, there is a prize pool A
That's
very
right. We
special
forgot
prize
to.
pool. And you know what? The I think the most interesting part about it is actually the stream key, not the stream keys, the game keys for Mechabellum, yes?
Yes, I'm not sure. Yes, so the winning team will get Steam keys for Mechabellum, which is a game very kind of similar in the concept of Direct Strike Commanders, but there is also a dollar prize pool, right, Nova?
Yeah. Okay. So there's Mechabellum keys for the winners. Each winner will get one Mechabellum key, sponsored by the Mechabellum team. The developers were kind enough to give us a key for each player that won, so that's very interesting. Mechabellum's a game. It's kind of like Direct Strike, but less micro. I think no micro, but it is similar in that you position units and they like an auto battler. And there's also going to be a prize pool of $525 for the tournament. $300 going to the winning team, so that's $100 per player. Second place gets $135, so that's $45 per player. And third place gets $90, that's $30 per player. So both teams here are guaranteed like the $135. It's just a matter of who's gonna get the remaining $165.
Yes, I'm excited. And I want to say, because Mechabellum is a game that I've done a lot of streaming for. And as much as I hate to say it on a tournament cast, Mechabellum has replaced Direct Strike for me in my life. Like, it is just that good. And so I'm not surprised to see the Mechabellum team going over to your Direct Strike community and saying, "Hey guys, we got some game keys for a game that we know you're going to like because you guys like Direct Strike." Uh, it is quite the enjoyable experience. And yes, it is that auto battler style. It is very much so in the same genre as Direct Strike. Uh, I think we pressed the join button too fast.
You can move us, it's fine. Should be
But
fine.
I want to compete again not again. All right. As we get set up for the next round.
Okay, they're in the wrong order. Didn't work out.
Okay. So now I have to wonder, Team Doomguys, how are they going to change things up this next round? Because to my understanding, the bans are consistent, as in we don't do another round of bans between each round, correct?
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
So it is going to be the same context. So we would expect to see a similar commander choices, or at least the option to more or less safely bring Stukov and more or less safely bring Stetman. And having both teams both teams being able to safely bring those commanders makes it quite, I don't want to say samey, but I would reasonably expect those commanders to be on the board for most of these matches.
Yeah, most of the time when a team has a winning strategy, they kind of stay with it, and it's the other team who has to adapt. And here it's Doomguys who kind of is more likely, I would say, to change the strategy. You can notice that the order of the player didn't change at all. So it will be Chira versus Woe again, and Shame versus Young again. So I'm not sure what they would have chosen here because that man was really unusual for Shame, and I would expect him to change his commander because I don't know. I don't see Shame playing Statman very often, and I think it was more for surprise him and to make them scared maybe to make them scared. I don't know, to pick something that is weak versus Statman.
I'm really worried here for Team Doomguys because the game they won in the upper bracket finals against the Team Yi, was on the back of Tychus. So I'm sure they were when they brought out the Tychus in this game, they were expecting to do a little bit better, and it went really poorly for them. So I am a little bit scared for Team Doomguys. That is supposed to be their winning strat, the Tychus. It didn't work out so well. But the Haka stacking the creeper host was really a huge problem for them. So I'm kind of excited to see how they think they can overcome that issue.
I wouldn't be surprised if Shira would beat Karax here, because now he has the guarantee, almost guarantee. You know he's likely to face Stukov, and Karax can do well versus Stukov, probably better than a mirror. And I know he plays Karax, but of course it's not the best Stukov counter, but you know, Raynor are banned, and Shira, I think he plays Stukov, Karax, and Tychus. And that's all I've seen him playing during the tournament, but I know he can also play Artanis, even though it's pretty rare.
Okay.
But also at the same time, I do think Team Doom guys are kind of relaxed. Like I don't think they're nervous at all. I'm sure they're pretty relaxed in this match. Like they already got second place, which is extremely good for them. So I'm hoping that they'll relax a little bit and show us some of their more different strategies that they come up with, and it won't be too samey.
Nova, I think you
Mass
forgot
laser
that there are
giraffe.
ski, Mechabellum key you can win, so I think they're pretty eager to win the first place. They want to try that game, right?
Maybe, yeah. How is Mechabellum in Curses?
Mechabellum. I love Mechabellum. Um, it's a lot like direct. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen it before, right?
Yeah.
It is a lot like Mechabellum. I'm sorry. It is a lot like Direct Strike, and that isn't. It is an auto battler where you place units on the board exactly the same way you do with Direct Strike. The difference is that you cannot micro whatsoever. Also, it is more of a 1v1 type experience. You don't have the rotating cycle of teammates to smash. So it creates a different strategic context that
Mm-hmm.
makes it much more simple, but otherwise mechanically very similar. And I like it because it's got I'm going to describe it as a wider variety of units, which is a weird thing to say when StarCraft has hundreds upon hundreds of different individual units, but in Mechabellum, everyone has access to the same thing. So it is more of a choice of which units do you bring to the board, and every unit has a very defined role with
Mm-hmm.
little variation on it. So yes, sure, you only have like something like 30 units combined total that you can pick from, but you see all of those units most of the time, or you'll have to worry about all those units most of the time, as opposed to StarCraft or at least Direct Strike, where it's like, okay, well, you have these. He's playing Raynor, so you have to worry about, I don't know, these three specific units, and the other ones are just kind of there to, meet shield or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
In Mechabellum, you have every unit is a threat. Every unit has to be taken into account, and so it feels like you have a lot more to deal with, despite having a smaller set of units to work with. And it makes the game quite satisfying in a way that you don't really get out of Direct Strike. Then again, I would love to see a Direct Strike style mode where it's just like a straight copy paste, so you have the leaks and everything for the purposes of, well, getting that kind of chaos into the melee.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Mechabellum from Crag. Crag is the guy who organized this whole tournament. Nice
Mhm.
French Canadian. He's the guy who organized this whole tournament, and he plays Mechabellum a lot. He has over 100 hours on it, and he has nothing but nice things to say about Mechabellum as well.
Yeah, I mean, it comes highly recommended. Like if you're the type of player who enjoys Direct Strike, Mechabellum's right up your alley. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, but it scratches that same itch.
All right, we're ready. We're gonna get into the loading screen. Oh,
The
no.
man did a countdown and then hit 0 and then paused. You can't do this. That's not.
It's
uh,
illegal.
Stop. That's illegal. Yes. The I was like pausing and waiting. It's like, all right, we're ready, and nope. Off the loading screen we go. Round 2 of this best of 7. Team Doomguys versus Team Ye. It looks like it is Team Doomguys on the top section game. Team Yi on the bottom half.
Ah,
We have
Karax.
Karax. Ooh, you were correct. It was indeed Karax. Karax versus Abathur. Oh, Lord. Karax versus Abathur. Then Stetman versus Vorazun. And Abathur versus... And he's gone.
I think it's Karax too, it's possible.
Yeah,
Karax.
Karax.
Yes.
Another Karax.
So Abathur versus Karax. We see no Stetmans and no Stukovs.
So nothing's the
But-
same.
Yeah, nothing's the same. That's surprising. I think you nailed it the first time. The players know that Stetman and Stukov are the commanders to play around, and so the other players are saying, "Hey, we're gonna do the counter picks to these two obviously good commanders to choose."
Mhm.
And both teams did that simultaneously. So now we're here.
And we have a
The
stock
only
opening
odd
for
one out, I
Shane.
think, would be Vorazun choice, but Vorazun is like the counter of the counter pick, which works quite well against the things that beat Stukov for the most part.
Yeah, I think I want Shame to transition out of these stalkers as soon as possible. You don't want to have too
Yeah.
many stalkers against Stetman. He hasn't realized that he's up against Stetman. That's probably why he's adding so many stalkers. But I think once he realizes that he's against Stetman, he'll transition out of him.
That and Vorazun in just about every matchup does actually want stalkers, if for no other reason than to be some kind of chaff-like unit that tanky takes hits while everything else deals damage. Like stalkers are never a bad unit for Vorazun. It's just a question of how many is too many.
I totally agree.
Like the stalkers are so insanely flexible because if you're behind, you can move them back. You can like blink and your teammate can catch you in the early game. And once you're in the mid to late game, you can move them front and catch your teammate, which you can see like that is kind of the idea because his teammate is before him is Abathur, so he can blink front, catch some swarm hosts. Like it's really flexible. I love the Vorazun pick here. It's in the perfect positioning too.
Yes. Vorazun is just... Oh my god. Vorazun in a cooperative team play is just game-breaking at times. I mean, it's like, oh, here's my wave. My entire wave blinks, and therefore I'm just attacking somebody else's wave now.
Blinks and heals.
Blinks and heals,
Yes.
and it's just a revolving door of HP, and that's just the stalkers, not even including other things like, oh, here's a stasis ward that's just gonna lock you down entirely, split your wave in half so I can piecemeal kill it, and oh no, here's a black hole. Oh god, the stalkers blunked into the AoE splash damage, and they're all gone.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that I would like him to transition out of these stalkers ASAP, because stalkers, Stetman lurkers are extremely strong versus the stalkers. Speaking from experience here. I've
And here we
lost-
see exactly why. It makes me wonder what the follow-up will be. Will it just be Void Rays? We see tier 2, which isn't surprising.
And you
it's-
look at this mutage, it's GG. Tira cannot counter that.
Yeah, it's gotta just be Void Rays, right? Out of Warzone. I've been ignoring Abathur because, like, I mean, as Abathur versus Karax, you go Mutas and Karax just kind of dies. It's one of the more hard counters in the game, one of the more strict counters in the game. Eventually, some of those mutas should be upgraded to devourers, but that's a very set in stone match that we should mention, as we're going to see those mutas with the biomass into more mutas, as they'll smash the mirages as well as the support carriers pretty hard.
Top team has very, very few time to reverse the match, because if the Muta push into that Statman, it will be very, very, very hard for him. Especially if he adds Devours. And now top teams know that they have to push back right now, because they have a bit of time, because at first the Muta will impale themselves in the bunker, and that will save them for a couple rounds, but not that many rounds.
It is worth noting that mutas specifically, because they're so squishy and clump so much, are quite easy to clean up. The problem is they deal a lot of damage in the process. So we'll see something like the Stepman player, just with the Egorbs, the orb ability on Gary himself, will be able to clean up those mutas. Just adding in a corruptor or two should guarantee that they get cleaned up. The problem is that now you've added in corruptors and you've added in large amount, a substantial percentage of your income has gone to dealing with the mutas rather than dealing with your direct opponent, and in that case, that just gives the Vorazun player lots of opportunity to take advantage of it, and that gives the bottom team, Team E, just that much more of an advantage. We see the Carix player choosing to snipe out that bunker instead of taking out the Swarm hosts, and so the Swarm hosts survive. And we'll see some Swarm hosts pushing in toward these mutas here, but obviously the mutas don't particularly care much because they kind of break everything in the Carix wave with room to spare. Even after getting hit by that beam, losing all of them, the Carix player has a whopping one Mirage that survives. Like, that's not the world you want to be in as Team Doomguys here. Not surprised to see these Void Rays.
You know, but it's not the complete end of the world for Team Doomguys, because they also have an Avatar versus Carix match. So it's and the Carix leak from the bottom team, every time Suoha leaks into Shirartem, it's not that bad because all his units are ground. Like his units can't really attack Carix's units.
Mm-hmm.
So it's they still have a lot of potential here. Like, it's not completely terrible. It's just that stacking these Swarm hosts was not the way to go, because they're not really shooting at the mutas, and so they don't really do anything.
But he forgot the fucking anti-air upgrade for the Swarm host.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really important that
it is going to be super important. Getting the anti-air on the Swarm host should allow the Carix to survive an extra second or two, which would be, nice.
I don't understand why he's skipping it. Like, if your main point is to stack Swarm host, like, why aren't you getting the anti-air for the Swarm host?
He just forgot it. He just forgot it.
It's like 8 minutes in now.
Yeah. Now it's fine, maybe. He just forgot it. But what you said before is very true. I mean, now that Vorazun has air of himself, Setman can add corruptors, and it will still be good versus his own wave, or kind of useful versus his own wave. And a couple corruptors can defend a lot of mutas, so that will create like of a wall to prevent the bottom team pushing.
Yes. Given the mirror-like matches going on here, I think this match will turn at this point on how much eco the teams have behind it. Yes. Oh, the Igor. Oh,
Hydra?
The active ability to counter it.
Hydra? Why not corruptors?
I think Hydra, because he's trying to rely on the Egorbs to deal with the mutas, which would have worked if it wasn't for the Abathur flash heal, wave-wide flash heal. And the mutas just work a little bit better. I'm sorry, the Hydras work just a little bit better versus the Void Rays.
Yeah, Hydra works better versus the Void Rays for sure. But at some point, the Vorazun ground versus Vorazun is very scary, because he can use Corsairs to kind of make all the ground kind of useless.
Okay, now this is starting to look pretty bad because the Carrix before didn't really have anything that could attack air, but he's slowly transitioning into Phoenix carrier. Well, Mirage carrier.
Ouch! Ouch! This is the GG. This is the GG. No.
Oh, this might just.
Oh, that's a lot of mutas.
This
That
is
is a
ill,
lot of
ill, ill,
mutas.
ill. This is
Oh,
a
and he
GG.
heals through it, and that's gonna be it. Ah, Abisher
Mute.
wave wide flash shield. Yeah, missing that corruptor. Man, that if they had just a single corruptor in there when those mutas bunched up, it could have single-handedly wiped out every single one of those mutas. That'd have been like a 35 kill corruptor.
But you know, I really think the advantage in terms of like heroes and positioning was favoring Doomguys. It's just that Team Yi just outplayed them really hard this game.
Yes, yes, they did. And
I didn't
want
like.
to say the board.
Yeah, I didn't like Scarecrow play versus Carax. Really a lot of Storm Hosts. I think the Muta would have been better here.
I think the Warzone really messed them up there. Just having Stalker leaks into everything.
I gotta say with I gotta agree with Basilic here, where the Abathur from Team Doomguys, like opening Swarm Host just set them back so hard, and the Swarm Host never accomplished anything at all. Imagine instead of Swarm Host, he opened the mutas, he's pushing the Carrix, he's the one leaking into the next Abathur, and he's helping his Carrix win his wave. It's a completely different game.
Yeah, it's to me it's kind of. I mean, some hosts can be useful in the matchup, but here there was a really big investment into them, a really big one, higher than usual, I would say.
And they didn't contribute anything against the mutas, which was the huge problem.
Yeah,
Like,
he
even
forgot
if
the
they
air
leaked-
upgrades. He forgot the air upgrade, but actually with the air upgrades, some hosts are not that bad at dealing with mutas. They do cost trade efficient. I mean, trade cost efficiently or almost efficiently. And he forgot them for too long. He forgot this upgrade for too long. But was it also the same Hakaf who forgot the? No, it was not. It was actually his opponent who forgot also the Haka air upgrade for a bit.
So that was an interesting one. Makes you wonder: are we going to go back to Stukov Stepman, or is it going to be a continual revolving selection of commanders?
Yeah, Abba is very strong in the current meta, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was an Abba again. But Statman is actually can do decently versus Abba, so maybe we'll see some Statman again too. Abba's Muta have so many DPS versus Armored, it's crazy, so it can really turn out the game very quickly. And here you see how they snipe the bunker, at what speed they fucking snipe it. It was really crazy.
Out of the last 7 games they've played, the only one where Team Doomguys has won is the one they played Tychus. So I'd be surprised if they didn't kind of try to like rotate back into that Tychus again, because this game was a total heartbreaker. Like that game went really poorly for them. Like they got outplayed really hard. So I think they'll try to avoid a scenario like this where it's kind of like the same commanders again, as they've been outplayed now twice with very similar commander picks. So I think they'll rotate into maybe try and surprise Team Yi somehow. But the synergy,
we're about
man.
to find out.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
We're about to find out as we are loading into round 3 of this best of 7.
Yeah, that synergy from Team Yi is just insane.
They really are working very well together. All right, and we're off. Starting with from Team Doomguys, Phoenix in the first position against Vorzun. Then the Tychus in the second position against Apather. And Stukov in the third position against, and he's gone.
Player 6 is Abathur maybe? Or
Tychus.
Tychus.
Stukov versus Tychus. Well, that's going to be an interesting one. So we do have a Tychus on both sides. And it's opening with Phoenix versus Vorazone. Team Yi does claim the middle line and the early eco with that. And in doing so reveals that they are Vorazone. I would think because they were revealed as Vorazone that the Vorazone player would put the cannons down just to stop any potential cheese. Such as double Banshee out of Stukov coming down here. Oh dear.
How do
Yeah,
you,
that-
Basil?
See Tychus open.
Yeah, Basil, how do you feel about Phoenix versus Vorazone?
I think it's
that's
pretty
gonna be a
bad.
crucial match.
I think it's a very interesting matchup, and early game Phoenix can do great. Late game it has a lot of trouble dealing with the air, and it's often extremely interesting as a matchup because both players can do a lot of variations. There are several ways to play it on both sides. Some people relies a lot on DT and Stalkers early game. Some people like to go air quite early, even though you always need some ground.
God, Stalkers just bully everything.
Early game Stalkers
It's
brings a
different.
lot of tempo, and it often allows your ally to take up or to do other stuff while you like pressuring them with that. And as you said before, they are almost never bad.
The middle lane, like, they're still hiding. They still don't want to show what they're playing.
Yeah. So the second position players for both teams have not constructed any units. Well, all we can do
It
is
was
wait and see
Tychus
what
versus
they're going
Abba.
to have their
Tychus
hands
versus
with.
Abba, right?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
here we
So
go. Mutas.
Mass mutant.
Oh no! What? Betis versus Tychus.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he will convert them. But he doesn't know he's versus Tychus, and Utah
You
are
can see
extremely
them.
bad.
There's
He's
a
versus-
ping on the Muta, so they're definitely talking like, oh, dude, look, it's Mutas.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Oh no! That might be bad. That might be very bad.
Mutas do not handle Tychus very well. That is a lot of civilians being dropped all in one turn.
But these
Yeah.
Mutas
So
might be able to kill the bunker.
They are getting
Yeah.
the bunker. As we mentioned before, as you did mention before, the Mutas clear bunkers and buildings really well.
Dude, I
So
hope
that bonus armored damage.
if Shame commits more to mutas, it might be problematic because converting all those muta will be pretty costly.
Tychus just got scanned. They know.
Oh
know it's
shit!
Tychus.
Okay,
I-
now it will be funny.
And they have a Nux to start it.
Oh wow,
Here
shit!
comes the storm.
And now Shame understand how is it in. No, he didn't pre-heal before the grenades.
The Stalker League is
He's
gonna be
adding-
enough to make it work anyway.
Yeah.
He's
But
adding
for how long?
Ravagers. I don't see.
I
I don't see
mean,
this.
It's Warzone. You can do all kinds of cheeky stuff all game. It's kind of Warzone's gimmick.
Scarecrow added an infested liberator to fight the mutas, even though he's versus Tychus. That's
a
really
good
out of
card, better.
despair.
That is a
What?
very
What the
quick
fuck?
tier
Nobody
3.
can scan?
I think
what
they
is-
just used all their scans.
Wow. Yeah, Forzen is
There's
probably
one.
still tier 1. This is
I
really
don't
their
know why
chance
the-
to go back.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think
know why
they
the Tychus is so back. Like, if he was front, he would have been able to catch that a lot faster. And he really needs to be fast there.
The whole Muta wave dies. just
I
off
don't
of a
understand
button
why
click.
he's... Sorry. I don't understand why he's adding Ravagers. I mean, for me, I thought the number one priority was to convert the mutas.
But look, the stalkers are so good, it doesn't even matter. The stalkers are enough to clear all of Tychus, the heroes.
Yeah, for Tychus it's a very annoying league because you don't fight stalkers with the same tools than we fight mutas. And here again, it's not no scan are used or late to scan.
Here come the stalkers once again. Going
So
to cause problems
cannonball,
for Tychus.
cannonball added to
And
deal with the
mutas.
stalkers.
Oh, the mutas aren't. Oh, the mutas split. So we're going to see some mutas survive.
You know,
Not
this
that it
is
really matters.
This is something I've been critical about Team Doomguys, like the whole tournament so far. It's like I don't understand their positioning. Like if you look at the positioning for Team Yi, you could see the blue is all the way back because he's trying to stack his stalkers with the next wave. And Shame is trying to catch him as quick as possible with the mutas. And if you would think the same thing for the top team, his Phoenix is front, and he's trying to stack his Arbiter with the Tychus, but his Phoenix is front, like his Arbiter's front. So I don't quite understand why that's like that. Like imagine the Phoenix had all his army back and the Tychus was completely front, they would have stacked already, and they would have a much better chance of dealing with all these stalkers.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Well, they're gonna get their Tychus with Stukov stack. Let's see. For their sake, I hope it pushes really well. It's doing, like, looks like it's doing the job.
I can
Oh,
still
and I
I
think
can. Sorry.
yeah. No, I just wanted to add that I think this is why he wanted so many Ravagers. I think we can see now he's using the Ravager bios to snipe the Nikara before killing the other commanders. So
Ah, yeah,
that's
right.
really good play from Shame.
But I could see top team going back because Shame still has a lot of muta that are not that useful and get sniped very easily. But as you said before, the Stalker push is really annoying for Tychus.
Dude, imagine if the Phoenix guy was back. He would have fought there at the Planetary Fortress. He would have stacked all of his army. And then Tychus here would have catched and they would have had like twice the army right here. Like, I really don't understand that. I'm so confused by that.
That is a significant factor here. Got the bile hitting multiple Tychus units. Does a lot of damage. This is what... Huh. Straight to Alexander.
Oh.
That explains where the money's been going. I was wondering what Stukov was doing.
That might help them.
Will make a difference here. Especially against the Tychus player. As we see Team Yi's Tychus just getting stun locked here, basically. Right up until now, when they finally get the pull to yoink the Alexander into weapons range.
Tychus is ready. He already has 2 SAM with a damage upgrade to deal with the Alexander. But top team doesn't have a lot to stack. I mean, except the Alexander. All of their units are being pushed.
Abathur
There's no
Flash Shield coming
Colossi.
in.
You know, this is a really important game for Team Doomguys to win. Like, if you're in a best of 7, you're down 0-2, you don't want to lose game number 3. That is so much momentum just thrown down the window. Like, if you're down 0-3, you suddenly have to win the next 4 games in a row. That's a lot of pressure. Like, they really need a win here.
Tension.
Oh la la,
They
oh la
really
la.
need a win here.
Ooh, this is a strong push. This is a strong push and they have a lot of DPS.
I don't know. Like those swarm hosts are timing out on the team Team
Ouch.
Doomguy Nexus.
Yeah,
Like
never a good sign.
And
that's so rough for them. I don't see them coming back from this. The Alexander was a power swing here, but honestly, it's I think helping Team Yi stack a little bit harder, and Team Yi already has the options to deal with it. They're using the Ravagers to burst it down from range, and they're using the Tychus grenade to pull it in closer, like that.
but
And now it's
the
in weapons
tanks.
range and just gets melted.
The tanks might do
Yeah,
something.
the Alexander's just not doing anything. The Tychus could completely clear it between the grenade, pulling it in, and then having just the two Reapers being able to throw the grenade on it and just kill the Alexander. It's not really stacking at all. And now this is a lot of Stalkers. I think they're like one black hole away from just completely killing the Planetary Fortress, which is very scary.
Yeah, the black hole hasn't even been used yet, so it's off cooldown. It's just a matter of when does Team Yi want to do the push here?
Bro, these bios on Nikara have just been absolutely devastating. Like, everything the top team is trying to do to stack, Team Yi is completely preventing it. Like, Team Doomguys is trying to come back at this game with, like, some Nikara Alexander play, and the Nikara is completely getting biled down, and the Alexander is just completely getting grenaded down by the Sams.
Yeah, Team Yi just has too much that like spot sniping power.
Hmm. I could see Team
They're seeing
Doom
the
Guy coming
Vorazun
back though.
player just adding more. Yeah, I mean,
I could
it's
see. I
gonna
could
get
see
more
them.
and more rough. We see here that Team Yi is expending a lot of their extra money on additional gas income. They've gone up to 4 gases across the bottom, and that's going to leave them at an economic advantage, a substantial economic advantage over Team Doom guys. So at this point, I think their Team Yi is not trying to do anything fancy. They're just smashing repeatedly and letting their differential army value just grow.
If you think about their gas count plus having middle, like right now their gas count is 5 plus middle is 6, so it's 11 gases to 1. That is such a big difference.
That's inevitability. Like if Team Doom guys wants to delay here to try to stack, I think that ends in Team Yi's favor.
We got something going on here. A couple tanks stacking with the Phoenix. All right, this is something. Let's see what he can get done.
Yeah,
Tychus
thanks.
move front. I like it.
Tanks plus Colossi can definitely build a stack at the bunker, but they have to be quick because, as you explained before, the income advantage will just be more and more. The gap will be more and more big.
Another thing worth noting, the Tychus player has finally developed a wave that can handle Vorazun.
But now he's fighting Guardians, and
those-
Guardians are
Yeah.
Tychus' worst nightmare.
Guardians is like, just in time for the Guardians to show up. Yes. At least those Stalker leaks are finally being handled as Team Doom guys is stacking and finally getting themselves at least close to the middle line.
This is awesome for them. This is their first time at actually having a chance at winning a game in this match. Like, look at the tank stacking. Oh, there comes the black hole. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
And
not
just like that, Vorazun comes into break. Well, Vorazun doesn't really have the full stack breaker loadout, so the black hole happens, but the units survive within it. And
of course,
they cross the middle line.
Corsairs don't have that much DPS against the Colossus, and this Colossus does an insane amount of damage. Like, look, it's just melting the whole way from Abathur. Alright, this is something. We're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
There goes the bunker.
So they could build a stack. They could build a stack. So now they're coming back, and they have a lot of stacking potential. And bottom team is more playing the piercing strategy. They don't have much in that stack. He's adding Void Rays now though, so those have some ability to stack, but other than that, not much. So it's really important to snipe the tanks, so I expect to see some aggressive Stalker Blink to just try to get rid of that. But for now, Phoenix arrive in time to save the
Yeah,
tanks.
bro. But he has so many disruptors now, and the disruptors... If the standard disruptors are really good, the Phoenix disruptors are absolutely insane against Stalkers. Like, they just completely melt the Stalkers away. So even a Blink front would be extremely risky.
And Vipers are added.
I think this is the most problematic wave, no? Like, this Avatar has the highest chance of stacking.
Yeah, Avatar has the highest chance of stacking. But Avatar needs a front line for his Guardian to work. If he doesn't have a front line, usually made of Swarm Host or other type of ground units, if Vega can reach the Guardians, Tychus is in trouble.
Yeah, this tank line leaking into the Borosoon is just absolutely devastating. Like, it's doing so much damage to the Stalkers. It's gonna clear most of the DTs as well. Yep, all the DTs are gone. The Zealots are gone. There's still enough leak here.
And Phoenix come in time just to save the tank each time, and that's really, really problematic.
Say that, but they get yoinked by the Vipers.
That's true.
Yeah, but as long as this Colossus is alive, like, that's the one that deals a bunch of damage. He clears like half the way by himself.
I'm surprised there's not
doesn't have
more.
enough Void Rays to deal with it.
I'm surprised he doesn't
Scarecrow's
do more
excited.
Colossi.
He brings his worker to the middle line.
But his worker has been on the field for the whole game almost. I don't like it. It's a very big unit. Usually you don't want it to be. It's kind of not. It's not fair play to put your worker in front of the army. You kind of. You see, he's kind of preventing the micro. This is. It may be even forbidden. I think it's forbidden by the rules. People need to access their units.
That's super illegal, yes. I think he's just excited and hasn't noticed. I'm hoping that's the case.
I thought it was
giant
that, but
stack
then I
happening.
saw him microing the worker over the army, so he was moving it over the army.
The Tychus managed to catch Avatar, and they have a huge stack going on now. Look at the Guardian count. This is absolutely devastating now.
Yeah, the Guardian's count now is pretty high. And he has a front line to protect them.
Here. Yes, that is a huge stack. All three players have units in this stack. Team Doomguys here in the north section were holding on almost exclusively because they had a stack, and they were able to stack off of their base. And they don't have a lot of stack breaking power here.
I think it comes down back to the fact that the bottom team had like so much economic advantage from early on that in a 1v1 fight they were gonna straight up win, right? And mix that with the fact that the Avatar had such high stacking potential with the Guardians and the Sword Host. Like, it was only a matter of time before they were gonna get a restack in their favor.
And
This is what
Avatar
I
has
was
a very good
mentioning
matchup.
before.
Oh, dude, did you see all the Liberators going down to the Ravager Biles? Oh, that was painful.
Just sniped them all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Even the Alexander getting some biles of his own.
He had
Oh,
Skyers.
Team Doomguys is trying to hold the line. The Planetary Fortress is just sitting there racking up damage. It's at 167 kills and counting. But they're getting attritioned down, which is a weird thing to see happen, given the Planetary's activity. And it's just, like, the Abathur still has Guardians. Just constantly firing shots. They're gonna tire... again, their units are timing out on the Nexus.
Black Hole is now available again for the Borosoon.
Ouch.
Surely you just
Ouch.
cast it behind the bunker, the Planetary at this point. Or
I
not?
think that's the Stukov is too spread out.
He's adding a lot of flips to try to deal with the air leaks.
Yeah, but he clumps all the Liberators together, and he's just easy target practice for Shame.
That's true. Sometimes it's nice to clump them together because they work well in synergy when they are close to each other, but versus AoE you shouldn't, definitely.
Phoenix is so clumped, not having the black hole hit him right there. It hurts my soul.
Oh man, it looked good for a second there for Team Doomguys, but
Scarecrow is still...
Team Yeast not gonna stand for it.
Okay, this might be it.
I don't know, the Vorazun doesn't have a lot of DPS against the, are they gonna get it? The Guardians are locked on?
Oh my god, that was close.
Oh, they lost vision.
They switched targets. Yeah, Crag messaging me, letting me know that it is indeed against the rules to use your worker in the middle of the game to like try to prevent your opponent from microing.
Well, it looks like Team Yi's stack has been pushed back. Technically they shattered the stack, but Team Yi immediately restacked. So that's the worst sign. That's the worst sign for Team Doomguys here. It's like, oh hey, we finally broke the stack and stopped them from stacking. And by the time they broke the stack had already reformed.
Yeah, the only hope for the Doom guy is maybe Tychus very late game. Tychus is unfavored in the matchup, but very late game, Tychus is a beast. So if they can hold for another 20 minutes, maybe this will be the game. This will be the game.
Here we go.
See, that was the black hole behind. That's what I was wondering. It's like, where is it? You just got to keep him off the Nexus so that it lets the lock on.
And GG.
Yeah, the Void Race got the extra range because they attacked, and like, yeah, that was the perfect opportunity there. They saw it, they took it, and now they're up 3-0. One game away from winning 3 Mechabellum keys.
Team Yi getting close to it, going up to a match point.
Absolutely dominating performance, by the way, by Team Yi. It's been like everything has gone in their way. Like, there's only one moment where we said like, oh my god, okay, this is getting close, but for the most part, it's been them completely dominating this finals.
Absolutely. The I love watching this kind of thing, really seeing it, because this is the kind of thing I can do myself. And it makes me happy to see it, is then I can just do the thing.
Yeah, just copy Shame, you know, just play like Cyril and you win games.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, you know.
Play like Maru.
Super easy. Just do whatever they do. Just do whatever the pros do, yeah. It's totally not a grandmaster in the lobby. You guys grandmaster set of skills.
Yeah, the easiest setup is when you're playing versus Shame and you have a mirror. Then you just copy him and you're fine. At least you're not losing, technically.
But then, you know, you're microing Ravagers and all his bios land on your units and all your bios miss and then you're dead.
Yeah, that's
you see, that's not playing like Cyril. Just always hit, never miss.
Yeah, Cyril's done some insane plays I don't think anyone can replicate. Like, I've seen him like Viper parasitic bomb the perfect unit and stuff like that. Just like split a Muta with the parabomb away from like a whole flock. It's really ridiculous the thing he pulls off. Yeah, but I think we saw kind of like that micro really play out that in that last game where like for example for the Tychus, the Tychus grenades from the Sams were always landing in the Alexander. The bios were always like landing perfectly on Nakara, or always perfectly landing on Liberators, getting always maximum value. The blinks were on point. Like, you really see a lot of the micro play out in what makes these players stand out so much.
Yes. All right, the
Yeah,
players are ready going into match 4. Potentially the last match of this tournament. The last round.
yeah, Shame is known for his micro. He's known to micro every single unit perfectly.
It's clearly doing it very well.
But I'm surprised there is not more Statman. This afternoon I casted the last game, the semi-final, the final from the loser brackets, and I've seen a lot of Statman play from Team Doomguys, and here I don't see them that often. I thought it was really Scarecrow main, and I don't know, it was some interesting plays from them.
Well, they tried it game 1, went really poorly. Now they're like alternating into other strats, seeing what, like, kind of throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I think what's making that difficult is Team Yi is constantly changing up their strategy, like fundamentally every time. They're not doing the same thing twice. They're not saying, hey, we won, now we're going to force you to figure out how to deal with this. No, they're just throwing out a different thing entirely.
Yes, and that's probably
That's
a
what
good idea.
makes them. That's what makes them so scary as a team, right? It's like they know all the counters. They have so many strategies in their book. Like they can pick, like, let me pick from these 100 strategies. Which one do I want to kill you with? And they'll play it like absolutely perfectly. And it's so hard to counter a team like that.
It is. We have Tychus in the first position against Stukov. And then it's Vorazun versus Nova. Oh, Lord have mercy. And then it's Abathur in the third position versus...
Maybe Tychus?
He's gone.
Tychus, yeah.
Okay.
The sixth player is Tychus.
Abathur versus Tychus. Hey, there
Okay,
it is.
so
All right.
good matchup for Scarecrow. Abathur is clearly favored versus Tychus, at least until very, very late game. And young opening Stalkers.
In what way will Team Yi bully Team Doomguys this time?
Yeah, Nova versus Farzun
Probably
is
in the
very
no-
scary. I
I was
mean,
gonna say probably in the Nova versus Vorazun matchup.
yeah. And I can believe that Shame knows how to play it more than everyone. Can you
Are
scan
they
my
not on
opponent?
voice shot?
Maybe he doesn't have a microphone.
Yeah, here, move your turrets back. Move your turrets back. You're helping Tychus to stay alive longer.
Luckily for them, it's not gonna really change anything. But that there was definitely some laziness going around there. He could have moved his turrets back and kill the Tigers faster. Goliath siege tank for Nova.
That's an interesting decision. Goliaths. So
Goliath?
Goliaths do have an interesting. They have a weird dynamic because Goliaths are just so tanky
But
that it takes stalkers forever to kill them.
what
And
the
Stalkers-
Stalkers? Sorry,
Stalkers
I was
do win.
surprised.
Yeah. Stalkers do win that, but man, in the time it takes to kill the Goliath, the Stalkers just they take so much damage.
That was absolutely ridiculous play from Sham. He just kept blinking the Nova around healing and completely protected the tank. I was gonna say, like, the tank is really just dancing around, sieging and unsieging. But it still managed to survive and killed all the stalkers. That's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
that
but
should
have you
not
seen-
be able to happen.
Have you seen the
Oh
Stalker
yeah, no,
plays?
the Nova.
He could have blinked forward and just killed the tanks very easily, and he wasn't microing them at all. I mean, of course, tanks stayed alive. It's just very
Alright,
easy.
and
Blink
he's
forward,
going
kill it.
for the Raven. This is such a such a, I'm going to say a high skill, it's just a high APM lineup here.
I don't understand this Stalker's micro. It's so easy to kill a single tank with that many
There
Stalkers.
is
Just
no
blink forward.
micro.
There is no micro is what it is.
No, but dude, I mean, it's so easy to snipe the tank. There is a couple micro, but it's so easy to snipe the tank. A tank is hard to snipe when there is a front line and you cannot reach them, but in this situation, it's so easy.
But I cannot stay alive on 2 HP.
That's pretty big. 'Cause now it's going to get to deal with, or at least splash its damage around. We see the mass Banshee reveal. That's going to be a threat. A big one, especially against Tychus.
Why
Okay,
does
so
he have a
some
Kev? Why does he have a Kev? Versus only Banshees. It's too early to build for the leaks.
He built the Kev before the Banshees revealed. The Banshees were a reaction to the Kev.
Oh,
Alright, this is not too bad. If he blinks, can he blink?
no, he doesn't
No,
blink.
he's just auto blinking. Oh, that's so painful.
Sometimes he blink one Stalker separately, but this is really a mistake from Young here, and the Kev is really a mistake from Tychus. You don't commit blindly to a Kev without knowing what you're facing. Like I see too many mistakes here. I don't think this game will be very long.
One Stalker is gonna stack and 2 Swarm Hosts.
That's not going to be enough. The Banshees, there's too many of them. Those Banshees are going to shred the Tychus wave.
I hate this upgrade. I hate this upgrade. Of borrowing.
Diving the Banshees.
Yeah, it's just make them vulnerable by anti-ground. And now the tanks. Still uncontested. No forward blinking to snipe them. I mean, it's a difficult matchup for Nova. I can agree on that. For Farazun, I can agree on that. But
Still.
and what the fuck is that? Okay,
I don't...
I'm
I
surprised
don't
also by Abathur build.
guess they're just trying to stack up with it. Like, they've got the Stalkers spawning backwards and the Abathur spawning forwards.
Hmm.
All I can think of is they're trying to stack the Vorazun with all of those Stalkers into the Creeper hosts, the Swarm hosts, and then use the Swarm hosts to
Oh,
just constantly stream. Oh, now we get the blink forward.
yeah.
There we
The
go,
goal
that
wasn't
was-
even
Just that.
the goal wasn't even necessary here.
Yeah.
But it went so much better for them now. Like, this is the first time they're pushing. This is pretty good.
Yeah, he discovered the blink ability.
Look, now this,
Unironically, the Stalker
Go ahead.
spam is a strong-ish option here for the Vorazun.
I mean, versus
these
Nova,
Stalker leaks are
Repositioning
so
them forward.
painful.
Now
Ah,
trying to
sh-
stack with the Tychus player.
Yeah, now he
Okay.
blinks. He's gonna get the cannon. Oh, okay, but the Stukov ability might be able to save it. Okay, no, Tychus is here. This thing's gone, right?
Wait, you can blink? Ouch!
There we
The
go.
bunker goes down.
First time we actually see, I think we actually see Team Doomguys firmly in the lead.
Yes, and he blinked
Which
his
is a
Soaker. He tried to snipe the
surprise.
tank, and Shame doesn't have the front line to protect them. If they were pushing, you don't care because the front line is the wave before you. But if you don't have a front line to protect your tank are kind of useless.
I think this is just the Stalker difference. In part, the Stalker's hitting, I'm going to describe as a critical mass, where on autopilot they just kind of never die due to being an infinite revolving door of shield regen, and in part, mostly the blink.
Okay, defense of Team
Unlocking
Yep.
blink on the Nova.
And the Liberators are very useful here to defend versus the Tychus.
This was all on the back of like that black hole and the stalker blinking into that black hole and killing everything. So
I'm
I'm a
not
little
even
bit worried.
sure. I'm not even sure the black hole was necessary here because I think the mass stalker blink into the tanks was enough to kill the tanks anyway.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried
Yeah.
right now. That's a lot of banshees. All the stalkers are gone now. Nova's wave is completely alive.
But what the fuck?
Tychus is here as well.
This
This
is
is
a
this is a
very-
stack.
3-player stack against a clean, fresh Abathur wave and nothing else. This is a proper boomerang.
And the
Uh-oh.
Abathur is only on Swarm Host, right? Like, he's mostly on Swarm Host. So that's not
Yeah.
really an army you want.
And he
when you're
does
pushing.
mass queens. That's very unusual in the matchup. He doesn't have guardians. I mean, I'm very surprised by his build. Maybe he's playing off race
That's
or something like that.
So many banshees.
Look, he's gonna snipe the
Vorzian
bunker.
player doesn't have detection.
He sniped the bunker in like 2 seconds. That's how many banshees there are.
Okay, Forazon is going tier 2. He's gonna add Corsair soon. He'd have no choice. He needs the Corsairs to kill the banshees, otherwise he's dead.
I don't know if it's gonna matter. This game may not be long enough for that.
Oh, I like this. He's sieging the Liberators manually. So he's manually microing the Liberators to get the maximum siege range.
And the tank and siege to try to snipe the bunker. Will Tychus defend in time? And it's GG.
That's it.
4-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we see it. 4-0. Team Yi takes it. And with this victory, they claim the prize. That's $300 for the first place and the Mechabellum keys. The real value here. Congratulations to Team Yi taking first place, knocking Team Doomguys down into second. I believe it was 165 for the cash prize for the second place position.
135.
135. Thank you.
Yeah, dude, and they did it off the back of like really like a huge variation of play. It's not like they were picking the same commanders over and over again. They had a big variety of plays and really good stacks, really good synergy, extremely good micro. Like they're just the all-around complete package.
Yes.
Yeah, they really
That was-
deserve it.
That was very good. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
This was the closest game that Team Doomguys were to winning, and they still got smacked really hard right there at the end.
Yeah, the Nova build was very, how do you say, edgy, because if he's getting pushed, the tank will die very quickly to the blinked stalkers. But if they push, there is no way the stalkers can do anything versus the tank staying in the back. And he reacted very late also versus the Banshee leaks. He needed the Corsairs that would have also have been useful versus his own wave, the Nova. And he tried to go tier 2, but it was already too late at this point.
Alright, well, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Basilic and Nova, for doing some co-commenting here as we showcase these beautiful direct strike matches. And
Thank you
shout
very
out
much.
to our victors.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, Inkursus.
Guys next time.
Thank you
Oh,
for
my
having me.
pleasure, My pleasure. See you guys out in the arcade.
See you.
Alright, see ya.
Okay, Nova, you liked it?
That went pretty well, actually. That went better than I thought it would. He has such a deep voice.
I just saw I just saw the message. Oops. Not message.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Apparently my volume was too low on his stream.
I definitely heard you a little bit lower than Incursus, but I still heard you most times. It's only like maybe 5% of the time where I couldn't understand what you were saying. But for the most part, I heard you.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe it was on his stream. that I was too low. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was a pleasure to cast this. It's a bit challenging to cast with 3 casters. I think it wasn't always easy to just not talk at the same time of other, but it was very nice.
I think in Curses did a pretty good job at being like different from us, and
Sure.
and adding like some different things. Like we all add different value to what we're saying. Like if I have a question about the game, I can ask you, or he can add like some general commentary, and I can add some like general like direct strike information. Like maybe not commanders per se, but like like positioning or players or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all added our own value. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. So that ends this tournament. I hope there will be one more next year. I can't wait for it. Congratulations to Team Shame, to Team Ye, Shame, Codex, and WoW, and well played also to Team Doomguys, who did their best to hold versus a very, very strong team.
Are you streaming as well?
I'm streaming as well.
Yeah.
I'll cut the stream now, I guess. I'll play some games. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna go stream some 1v1 matches really soon. Standard.
Ah,
1v1.
nice. I can host you. Is it called?
Okay. Well, I'll go to the bathroom and then I probably need a couple minutes, but I'll stream soon.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, man. That was fun.
Okay. GG. See you.
GG's.
Okay, guys. Do I play some games? Very weak play. Yeah, some moves were disappointing. Sometimes I like to not like criticize and say it's a mistake, and here maybe I was wrong on some points. Could happen, but here I could not see. Some moves were obvious mistakes to me. And I could not refrain myself from pointing it out. But even Shame with his muta opening, blind muta opening, I think it was it could have been worse, and also his mass Infestor versus Tychus, I think he could have been punished very strongly if Shira knew the answer. Even though it was not that bad, maybe I should try it myself. It's Shame, and who am I, right? Maybe I should try it myself before judging it, but all the time I tried, it didn't work. I mean, the lurkers were much better versus Tychus. But there were also some micro mistakes. I don't know. But there are still some strategies that I would like to reproduce and try. So I would say it's interesting. So who do I play? I love to play Tychus this time. I think he's very fun to play. He has some bad matchups that are very annoying, but He's very fun to play. And I really want to work on my Tychus versus Tychus play. I think I'm playing it differently now that what I was doing like a month ago. I used to handball much more. I used to do my Sam, and I don't know if you remember the game I casted this morning. But the Tychus versus Tychus were all about Sams. And now I'm more agreeing with how Shames does it, like with cannonballs. And we have Abathar versus Haka, so very scary matchup for Haka. Haka is very scared about his air, but opening with 5 blind Swarm Queen like this is pretty bad, and so maybe this guy doesn't even know that he can be out control. Oh, actually, I'm versus Phoenix. I should advertise my stream. So he didn't open with his hero, so I'll open with Blaze. What? You don't cast it? Yeah, I wasn't talking much, maybe that's why. I'm not sure what he means. Oh, this is a new play. What is that? Ah, yeah. But casted is past tense. I won't do the upgrade since I want to be sure that I can be lane next round. Nice Devour here. Oh yeah, I didn't read the chat. I could take him, but there was too many messages. In Firster are good. I explained why. Yeah, I will read. I shouldn't agree it. I'll read I'll read the chat after when I stop streaming. But I really think that it could have been punished. Infestors could have been punished much better by the opponent Tychus. I mean, need upgrade, Nikera pre-heal, and an Ux. I'll test it. What do I do now? Nikera? It's better than Lings. Shame uses strat all the time in-house. Has often worked out. It's better than Lings in my opinion. I don't do it only because I can't micro. Okay. Ah yeah, he microed the Ravagers. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should test it again. Oh shit. Oh no, it's not. What do you think about the games? I'm not sure, this $25 upgrade, I'm not even sure it works. At some point it wasn't working. I'm just doing it because it's 25 mineral, and in case of doubts, why not? I think the effect work. I mean the visual effect, but I'm not sure it actually do the more damage. I'll keep my nade for the next round. For my wave, it's just too easy. Okay. So 4 zone left. I'm also playing that then. Actually, maybe I will do it. Lings are better in a vacuum, but this game isn't a vacuum. Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it. This game isn't a vacuum, and sometimes what works well in a vacuum. Kerrigan's Muta might be a good example. Kerrigan's Muta often works well in vacuum in some matchups. Titan and Ultimate Fight are probably the player I played the most with those times. My usual buddies. It's nice to play again with them. Didn't happen since my return of holidays. And we're playing against big bulls. Okay, who do I play? I could also play random. I'll just blacklist the Haka because Ultimate Fight is playing the Haka, so I blacklist Haka so I can play random. They were okay, one-sided, but better than the one I participated in. Yeah, I'm slightly disappointed. I thought it would be closer game and less mistakes. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about some points. It's possible that something I pointed out as mistake aren't mistake, but to me there was some really weird cheats, and there were some obvious mistake. I mean, the Stalker's not sniping the tanks, that's an obvious mistake. I go tier 2 versus Abatha. I'm scared of his mutas. Yeah, I like to open with ghosts in that matchup, just because I'm scared. I'm scared of the air. He's committing to ground. Just 1 second, coming back. So what's happening here? Host, so I need detection. We're pushing already pretty hard. Where is the host? Already died? And I'm pushing into Zagara. How is he playing Zagara? Air. Oh shit, I wanted to go air too. To push into... to do my wave and to push into Zagara. My benches are pretty nice, but I could do tanks too. Yeah, as he go air, I will go to ground. But my Banshee would have been better, I think, in a vacuum. And maybe I should have restarted the stream with less delay. I don't know. Yeah, because this Zagara will go full anti-air, so my tanks will be king. Come on, save my tank. I'll build back, okay? So that I'm more likely to be saved. I don't want to waste my snipe here. Yeah. So here the tank will help me to stack. The only thing I'm scared of is the Viper, of course. If in case of Viper, I just do 2 group of tanks. And I add ghosts. Actually, I will add more tanks before going tier 3. He wants to scan, maybe. But... ah, fuck. Siege. I really need that range upgrade now. Scan for my friends. And the Vipers are here. He used his ability before. Um, the tank stack here, the somehow stack is something I don't have a good answer to. Okay, let's scan. And now the Guardians, very good in MR, very good in MR. Ah, fuck. Fuck. I think I'm kind of stacking. Yeah, he's wasting his ability. He's wasting his ability. Reposition army. I want to build back, right? I want to be back. Martunk are really doing a great job here. Detect. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I think I'm being pulled, but they did still do their work. Two group of tanks. Ah, fuck. I want to siege as soon as possible, that's why I let it on the gas, but and the guardians now. So I like to counter guardians with ghosts, even though they need to be in range to be efficient. It's not always the best answer, but sometimes with vipers you can do a bit of damage. But I'm really lazy to macro right now. I'm just playing to relax. Still staying here, helping for the whole fight. Tanks doing the job, clearing the ground. And if I clear the ground, my goats will be able to reach the guardians. I need upgrades too. Even though for the ghosts the upgrades don't change that much because most of the damage is coming from the snipe ability anyway. Stukov need Alex, and this is fine. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, there is a lag in the chat, a 2-minute lag, so. But you were right, I think Alex was really needed here. Ah shit, I sieged a bit late. Ah fuck, why did I do that? I really want my tank to stay alive, but there was a corruptors here, so that was bad. We need vision here. I spent so much money scanning. It puts me behind. Remember, scanning one time a wave. is the equivalent of losing 1 gas. Ah, fuck. Fuck, bad siege timing here. But here the fact I went tank is really annoying for Zagara because she's fighting air. Do I have another unit that would be good here? I'm not 100% convinced by my build. I can EMP, right? Forgot that. Maybe Libs would be nice here. But I really would like to stay on the ground if I can. My tanks are doing so much damage here. I haven't used any good uh, defensive draw now yet, I think. Maybe for Haka is the best, he has the most DPS, I think. I want an army that has a lot of DPS and also an army that doesn't face anti-air so that they don't get sniped. Yeah, I think Haka's army is probably the most efficient way to do it. Oh dude, my tanks. I feel like you need damage upgrade on tanks. Yeah, I think you are right. I did it now. Dude, my tanks. My tanks. Ah shit, I sieged a bit late. Ah fuck, I sieged late. I might need a front line, maybe decoy. But I'm still scared of this air thing, so... I prefer to do something that should air as a front line, and I want something that should air and stays on the ground. Because versus Zagara... Oh shit, I forgot to remove the overlay. I will shield you. Don't worry dude, I got you. Maybe some Hellbats? Forgot to remove the tournament overlay. Yeah, that's right. I realize everything 1 minute before you tell me. So 2 minutes after you tell me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't have enough ghosts now. Oh shit. Or do I do libs at this point? Libs, maybe, libs. Oh dude, this game. This game. Okay, they have a great stack here. I'm kind of worried. Give vision to my tank. Libs, right? I think libs. I think libs here, because at this point I need the AoE in the air. And a couple libs are often not very strong, but late game they are beasts. If you have a lot of them, they at some point there's a critical mass of libs and they just do great. They're pretty good. Who are they? Amish, William, maybe Big Balls. Never heard of them, but they're pretty good. Oh shit. I need to use that. I think my siege timing was good here. I'm scared about late game stack because... But my libs, I think I saw the libs was a good decision here. Because right now they're not doing much, but late game they might be the thing that helped me with the Guardian versus the Muta versus the Scourge if I'm pushing. Any Zegara air will at some point anything in the air lose versus mass libs. Oh shit, I forgot that. Ah shit, too early, too early. I siege too early, I will unsiege. Ah fuck. Sorry. Um. Here we have a lot of DPS, maybe I can heal that. No, useful, useless here. I think you should position forward. Okay. Uh, Fuck, forgot to make one. Oh, it's fine. Okay, we'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it. Yeah, at first I was a bit confused about what to do in this game. I don't know why, but it's a tough matchup for me. Shit, siege. And they play very well, the guard positioning is very good. And I need a lot more libs if I want them to have the critical mass to kill every... But with his Scourge positioning, I'm not sure I can even deal with them. Just 1 second. I really want to be siege before the Garami arrive, because at this point, if I'm not siege before, I can do nothing. I should just... I don't play one. Did a lot of damage. The Gara, yeah, was a beast in that game too. Oof. Yeah, they were pretty good. Who was I don't know. Okay, so oh yeah, I wanted to play random, right? So we have Dehaka, who's he? We don't know. What do we play? We play Carax. We play Forazon, he play Carax. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Forazon is a different kind of. I mean, usually you don't want two Protosses of the same kind. But Forazon is a different kind. Forazon and Araka are different than the other. I mean, Phoenix, everyone who has, I don't know, carriers and Colossi. I wouldn't choose two commanders who has carriers and Colossi together. It's just 2 times the same tools. One is enough. But Forazon and Araka are different kind of Protosses, and they synergize as well with each other's, which is others. I mean, our turn is 2, I guess. This gas. I'll put my turrets. Manxmead. Oh, I'm versus Phoenix. So this is a pretty difficult matchup. And there's a lot of different ways to play it in my opinion. But I like to start with Stalkers. And if he answers with Immortals, I will have to react. He doesn't, so I can go on with some more Stalkers. Hey, fuck. Hey, fuck. As long as there is no emo, I really don't have a reason to do other stuff. At some points I will transition to air. I'll try to stack at the bunker here. Come on. Ouch, that's painful. I couldn't blink because I used it before. But now I'm stacking with my ally and it will get better. Annihilators are very good versus Mengsk. Only problem of a Mengsk, of Karax versus Mengsk is the POA, the Pride of a Secret. That's really difficult for him to handle. There's actually 2 Phoenixes. I know it's fine. And the beam. He sniped the Aegis guards. Okay, so what's now? Who was a wish? No one. Okay. Why does he have so little unit? He's taking to tier 3, I guess. I'm pushing into Mengsk, and Mengsk is pure ground, so it will be very, very annoying for him if I go air. He has no NDR. I don't know how to use my ult. I don't see any good ult here. Too lazy to comment. Maybe I'll just put some music and play in music. Stop commenting. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired, and I'm not happy about the cast I did from the game. It was just very difficult to cast with two different other casters. Here I need to make sure that I can. Yeah, here Void Rise will be king. What can I hold? Oh, here. Yeah, it was okay-ish, I would say. Not the best hold of my life. And I'm not talking about anyone. Probably need some upgrades too. But I want to spend my Dark Pylons. We have some trouble today. I'm not sure why. Difficult games. Maybe because I'm too lazy to micro? I don't know. Come on, kill the freaking Colossi. Dude, oh, he's adding Furies. But Furies are not that good versus Void Rays. They are good, but they're not... I mean, he's wasting a lot of XP to do that, and he's... Oh, okay, he is. Actually, no, he's not, because... He has to deal with the Colossi, so he would do it anyway. So I'm not making him waste anything, unfortunately. Oh shit, you don't have the sound of the game? Was it here during the final? I hope so. Oh shit, the host leaks would be very, very annoying for me. because my Verdroids will prioritize the host. I need to also attack upgrade for my Verdroids, otherwise they're kind of useless. He added enough mirages to protect his. His Colossi. Yeah, the Purifier being on the Warhound are pretty good because they get extra damage because they are armored. Come on! Come on! Okay, GG. GG's! So random now? If you have any commander you want me to play, say it, otherwise I'll play random. But you have to tell me. I mean, it will be for next game because there's a 3-minute delay with the stream because of the tournament. So it will be for next game. If you have any requests. Okay, we'll just move up. It will be less suspicious. Yeah, I mean, the hosts, I don't know. It might not have been that bad. I don't think they were that bad in that game. I couldn't say they played badly, but except that my Phoenix didn't went for. I think as Phoenix, if you face really mass stalkers, you have to do Immortals, I think. Oh yeah, I should cook tonight. It's my day of cooking. Maybe I will just yeah, I need to cook. Carax. Not my favorite commander to play, but it can be extremely strong. The sound of the game very quiet. Um, okay, so as Carax, I don't like to build blindly. I won't commit to anything before knowing who I'm facing. against Jean. Anti-amphetamine. Amphetamine. And hidden bush. We have Deka jumping back, and this is Tychus, this is Manx, and this is either Forazon, probably Forazon or Carax. In both cases I can go air, right? It could also be another, it can be also Artanis faking with 2 turrets, or Phoenix with a skin, I guess. But in all cases, Artanis I can go carriers. Forazon I can go carriers. Carax I can go carriers. So in all cases when I see Phoenix I can go carriers too. So in all cases when I see 2 cannons, I can go carriers. It's Carax. And he's going tier 3. He just went tier 3, so it will be a carrier fight. Yes, we saw. Yeah, stream is still delayed. Thank you for the follow, Ramu. Ah, it's been time you follow me. I thought you were following me for years. Okay, oh, Sky Furies. Yeah, it will not be nice pushing into that. But I'll do enough Mirages anyway. Usually I like to do just Mirage for the Orbital Strike in mirror matchup, but you can do more if you want, I think. To me it's better, late game, early game Mirages are slightly better, and the more the game advances, the more it's better to have like a lot of carriers, because carriers have the like critical mass. Once they reach the critical mass, they have a very high range, 8. So once you reach a critical mass, they kind of one-shot everything. I won't be pushing soon here. I should probably guess. Yeah, stream is still delayed. I'll play here again. Next game. So here I just want to make sure I can build a carrier next round, but I think I can do also this upgrade probably. Drone is the most important upgrade for the carriers. And he starts with Mirages, which is stronger than my carrier early game. Just at late game they tend to scale less. I just need to check the upgrades. It's very important that I check the upgrades. He will beat me. But late game I will beat him. Actually he's not even beating me. Here is a good one? I'll check. Tell me I have enough money? Yes, I do, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Here it's a bad one. Yeah, I think Mengsk is actually... Or Carax. Mengsk or Carax. Come on. Yes. Mengsk or Carax is a good one. Maybe Carax to help me early game. I love faking as Artanis. Carrying souls, yes. Yeah, maybe I will start the stream to... Do I bring that? I'm not even sure I need it. Okay, I need it. Ah, fuck. This one was better because they moved because of this fuck here. Oh shit! Ah, fuck! Dude, fuck! No, I can't do the carriers. I forgot this on autocast. What do I do now? Actually, I will go for tier 3 because I cannot build carriers. I can build carriers. I'll do 43. I can even build another But that's too early. +3 for 4 carriers, it's not worth it. But I could afford it, so whatever.
You have not enough minerals.
I'll do a second one.
Teleport successful.
They have a good setup because for the Haka, he cannot really push efficiently into that. No. Come on. Nah, it's the Mirage ability, it's very strong. Armor first. Yeah, maybe. I'll do. First, I'm not sure, but Armor is very good versus Mirage. But I'll do once. I don't want to prevent my carriers. I don't want to build one carrier per round. That's very important. So I'll do one upgrade and then one carrier, one upgrade, one carrier, one upgrade. I thought I was following you for years. Oh shit, I forgot to use that. It's very important. Orbital Circle Mirage is so important here. It's really my only AoE versus that. It's really important. But my carriers will feel a bit weak early game, but really late game they will beat his wheels. And it's already there. I'm already doing it. Actually. Mirages are bad. I'm not sure they are bad because early game they are stronger than carriers. It's just that from mid game, carriers become to be stronger. And for orbital strike, they are good. Because you need that die fast for an orbital strike. Look at those drones eating my stuff. The more you have carriers, the more you have drones. look at how one-sided it is now. I mean, it's not even that his leaking helped me a lot. I mean, he has like three hydraulics. I mean, he's not even helping me. It's just that my build is better late game. Just upgrade armor. Yes, I'll do it. One upgrade per round. I want to do one carry per round. Okay, 2, maybe this one, 2. GG. Okay, so who left? It's not the Mengsk. So now I'm fighting Mengsk too, okay. I'll need a lot more Mirage. Then. Or not. This 3 is fine, plus 1 armor would have been better. Yeah, maybe you're right. But the +3 was really me forgetting to the auto-click, but I'm not 100% sure because versus carriers, armor are extremely important. Versus Mirage, it's a bit less. It's significantly less. But maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Once you couldn't get the carriers anyway. Yeah. I know what you mean. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I feel carry gun, right? Carry. As I said, I feel that armor upgrade are extremely important when you're fighting carriers yourself, but versus a Carax that goes Mirage, I'm not 100% sure. Because how many damage does a Mirage does versus armored? 10, right? Something around that. Oh yeah, I should season my my meal. Yeah, I'll do. I need to cook. I really need to cook. But I have something that is requires a really long time cooking. So maybe I'll just do a 5-minute break to lunch it, and then I'll play again. Kerrigan, let's go.
You're trying.
I don't like this commander, to be honest. I think you know it.
Metamorphosis complete. You're trying, my I am the sword. You're trying my patience. I am the swarm.
I'm versus Artemis. That's not a good matchup for me, I won't lie. Archons are good in that matchup, and yeah. Tier 3 Mirage is definitely bad, yes. Yeah, yeah, and he went tier 3. He went tier 3 before going Mirages.
Not recommend.
Fuck, Artemis. Fuck.
Not.
I'll try to stack with my friend here. Will he build? I hope so. I mean, not when he's pushing into Sky Furies. He went tier 3, and who cares about earlies? Yeah. Tier 3 into Mirage is definitely bad. Yeah, he didn't play very well, but my point was just that Mirage is not that bad in my opinion in Mirror.
You're trying.
It depends also on the other waves you're fighting. I think carriers are better, but early game it's fine. Will he build? No, he won't build. Okay, so I'll jump back for nothing. I thought he would build. What is he? Stukov?
You're trying my patience. Not recommended. I am the swarm.
Does someone play well carry here? I'm always wondering when I should use the this. Is it always better? There are some situations. I mean, versus Tychus I wouldn't use it, of course, but in general. He's building benches. Oops, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I do some major but versus his ground. I go to Ultra pretty fast usually.
I am the swarm.
But Ultra is so much DPS and it's so much DPS and it's just, you know, if you're not tier 3 yet and I cannot build Ultra right now, it's just such a big investment. So why not do a couple Hydra? My question is now, should I build front or back? I'm not sure which two I'm trying to stack here. But I'm scared of overcommitting to Hydra because of the Archons. Oops. Why do they have no energy? He used it on the licks? I don't know.
Not recommended. I am the swarm.
How many Hydra do I have? Yeah, I think I'll go Ultra now. Oh, Broodlord. Mirage does. Ah, really? That bad? Okay, so maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about them all. I thought it was more. So Mirage damage goes from 10. Ah no, so they do 10. They do 10 per damage, not 7, right? Because 10 per damage plus 1 armor. If they do 10, the plus 1 armor bring them from 8 to 7, which is like 15% damage reduction. It's not that big, right? I'll try to snap that.
I am the sword.
But maybe armor before the +3 for sure, but I don't know. They also need attack upgrades because I don't know. I was thinking about something.
Process complete.
It's a huge secret. With your first armor upgrade. Okay, so just to make carriers have 2 base damage, 2 base armor. You say that? It's what you said. I thought it was less. I thought it was just 1. So it's 2. So if I understood correctly, carriers have 2 base armor, and mirages does 10 per shot. So they do 8 per shot versus mirage. So doing 1 more armor bring them from 8 per shot to 7 per shot. Oh shit.
I am the sword.
Oh shit. Maybe I'll do more Hydra then. I don't know. I'm tier 3 now, so I'll do my build as usual. If there is more Mutalix, I will adapt later. But I won't do the actually, maybe I do. I start with some Broodlord. So do it after early game. Shooty does not jump instantly and die. Oh yeah. What was your point? About I do it after the early game. Yeah, the tier 2, I guess. Oh shit. Too late. I'm a big fan of Desolate Queen versus Tychus. It's easier to snipe Nikera with it with other. You're talking about Stukov Queens?
I am the swarm.
Oh fuck. I need Ultras. I need Ultra. Actually, if I can stack those. Actually, I can do something with them, I think. I'll add a couple more before going Ultras. I might need both, but Ultra need upgrades to be efficient, and I cannot afford all of them right now. So I will start with the. I'll start with the Broodlord. Desolate Queen. Is it Stukov's Queen? Desolate Queen. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh yeah, my tier 3
I
also.
am
I
the
need to use that.
swarm.
So right now I could switch to
You're
that,
trying
right?
my patience.
I don't have enough frontline to protect those Broodlord. I really need the Ultras. Ultras and in that matchup I think Ultras and Broodlord works well together. One creating a frontline. It's really important, but actually it works. It worked. I don't need more frontline. I mean, I'll add Ultra later, but pushing into that would be very difficult. I mean, I don't want to do anti-air. Mutas are a really good way to play versus Stukov. It looks one-sided here with the leaps, but it's really not that one-sided, and Muta are actually doing decent even versus leaps. And what's really important in that matchup is that if Kerrigan, if he has leaks, his liberators instantly get useless. They would just suicide by going forward alone. Oh yeah, I forgot to use my wave right.
Not recommended.
So yeah, I will add some Hydra, but after we're pushing, because right now I don't know. I feel it's very risky. I prefer to wait that my friend come. You understand the damage math. You misunderstand the damage math. For Mirage, attack goes. So it's 10 damage per Mirage. I understand the damage math. I know how it works. But before you said I quote, so Mirage damage goes from 10 per attack to 8 per attack. I'm quoting you on this. Oh, he's adding phoenixes. So you confused me with the amount of damage. I'm familiar with the damage math, and I hope you. I feel almost offended that you thought I didn't understood how armor worked. So Mirage was 7 damage per shot, so 5 and 5 to 4. That's 20% damage reduction. So plus 1 armor does 20 damage reduction. Yeah. That would make armor more worth it than I thought. Oh shit. We have some leaks here. And it's not a good matchup for me, and I'm forced to do Hydra versus Archons. I really don't like it. Usually, attack upgrades are more or less at least 10% increase in damage DPS. At least 10% in DPS, at least. So if you can do 20 damage reduction, that's pretty good. Okay, who was that? Oh, it was the Haka, so good. So nice for me, so I don't have to fight this mass muta build anymore. Yeah, the mass muta was really killing me because I don't want to do too many Hydra versus my wave. I mean, I already have a lot of Hydra. I mean, if he had more Archons, I would be dead. And versus that, yeah, I probably need the. But actually, I'm kind of annoying with my air. Okay, he'll have 2. I mean, usually it's so rare. It happens once in a lifetime. No, I'm exaggerating a bit, but it happens once in a lifetime. Very rarely that I do these bolts when playing Kerrigan. I usually love the ultras so much, but here, I don't know. I felt I could get away with it. Okay, GG. I'll make just 3-minute breaks just to lunch my food. But I can stay with you. I'm just seasoning the meat and putting them in the I have a, how do you say, a vacuum cooker? Which how do you call it? It's pretty quickly done. I just need to. It was already marinated a bit, so I just need to put it in this. Okay. Someone left? I will stop for now. I need to prepare the GG. See you next. Okay. GG. Do we have another one? Okay, so we do 15-minute break. It will probably. Okay. So really, I recently was very convinced by this sous vide cooker. It's really nice to doing all of kind of stuff: meat, fish, vegetables, and eggs mostly. I thought you misunderstood my statement, not the mechanic. Okay, it's fine. No, I wasn't that offended, but yeah. At some point you said Mirage goes from 10 damage per attack to 8 per attack. So I misunderstood. I really thought they were doing more than 7, to be honest. And knowing that they do only 7, yeah, armor is pretty important, indeed. I really thought it was more. Yeah, the +3, early +3 for 4 carriers was definitely a mistake. It was just the right click, I forgot about it. I think the most important thing, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong about it, but to me the most important thing is to just make sure that you build your upgrades in between. You know, you build 1 care per round, and with the extra money you build your upgrades. That's how I. Go. Pulse vacuum. Okay. And better. Butter is really, it's really an amazing food with cuisine. I like to avoid it because I think it's extremely unhealthy. But dude, when I'm cooking something like that is supposed to be very good, when I'm like investing a bit in food, bake some I mean, I have to add it because it would be like, it's like butter is like cheating in cuisine. Oh, I have time. That's even better. Is it sealed? Yes, it is. Yeah, this vacuum I bought like for 20. It was 25, I think, 25 euros. I mean Swiss francs, but it was. I bought a quite. It's what's actually what It was actually it's actually a good quality vacuum sealer. Very useful for conservation. I chose it according to like we have I don't know how to call it, like a consumer magazine who tests a lot of products. And apparently this one was the best. The brand. It was 25. The brand is Prima Vista. And I'm extremely happy with it. So mix in. And you can do so many things with it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you like eggs too, but I fucking love eggs, and I'm eating a shit ton of them. And for this, sorry. Almost done. Then I will finish my sentence. Yeah, how do you say you're taking a break. Why not reset the stream for the delay? You're very right, dude. That's a very, very, very good comment. I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah, because talking with you with the lags is yeah, kind of breaks the purpose of talking. I'll be right back.